Hey, thank you very much for clicking on this video. First of all, today I'm going to do some product photography for a couple of things that I bought here in a shop here and there. But instead of doing just the photos and uploading them on Instagram, I decided to do a behind the scene of a couple of things I want to photograph. So first of all, I bought this knife from an antique shop. It's something that I really wanted to photograph, and I found this quite cheap, I have to say. So it's actually a really good item to photograph. Then I went to another shop, a different one, where I bought this knife here. So this is the knife I bought as well for taking photos. I had to get some props here and there, so I thought, why not? While I'm in the theme of military and army stuff, I got these gloves. They were not cheap, to be honest. This is like proper gloves for airsoft and things like that. And I saw a roll of green rope. This one is actually really good for what I need to do. And while I was in the antique shop, I got this little pin for a couple of pounds, which is absolutely perfect for this kind of photography. And I wanted to lay out everything on this table and show you how I take these photos, and then I'm gonna show you also how I'm editing them, because that's actually one of the most important parts. The lens of choice I'm going to use is the 50mm 1.8 Sony lens, which is it's just perfect for anything you need to do. I also have a bag full of things, like I have a flint here, I have some bracelets, rings and stuff like that. And so yeah, without further ado, we're going to take some photos. Alright, here we got the table. This is a vinyl adhesive that I put on top of the table so it can give that kind of wood effect. I'm gonna start with placing this knife in the middle. We have all sort of things here that we can use to take the photos with, so there's lots of props. But the first prop I'm definitely going to use is the actual sheath of the knife, and I'm going to remove the top part here. So yeah, you can see the light is over there, and then I just have to take the camera here, and this is the shot I'm gonna get. Obviously now I need to rearrange the table. Alright, never mind, I found another setup that I like it more, and it's basically I managed to balance the knife here on top of this roll, and then just put a flint somewhere on the bottom of it, just to give a bit of depth. And we have the gloves as well, something like this. Right, I think I got the photo that I like, and we're gonna go on the Lightroom to edit this photo now. There are a few things I mentioned before, like for example the presets that I have on Lightroom are going to be linked in this video, so you will find them there. It's only going to be a couple of presets, but you can see already how this one, for example, it already is like a night and day. It's something that I like, but there's a lot to be done after the preset has been applied. It's not a one click and then you go. Okay, I don't know about you, but this is my favorite shot. We're going to use this one. The flint is barely visible in it, but that's okay, because what I wanted is the pattern on the knife to be visible. And I think we did a good job. I mean, you can check also the brand of the knife and everything. We did a good job with the focus on the knife. So first of all, of course, I think it's quite dark, and I'm not sure about this red. This red on the background is basically the LED lights I have around my desk, which were there and I left them because they looked actually really nice with this shot. So first of all, just brighten up the image already makes a massive difference. So this is the exposure I want to use. The highlights are already all down, and the whites are basically just turning down the whites. It's gonna get rid of all these glare that we see here, for example. The blacks as well. The blacks, I think we can raise them a bit, because I don't want it to look too grunge, if you know what I mean. For example, here I still want some details in the blade for the blacks. And as it is now, already looks quite good, but we can go further and adjust some other stuff. Try to work a bit with the orange, because there's a lot of orange in the photo and I want that to be correct. Maybe just boosting a bit the luminance of the orange. Right, moving to the clarity, there's a bit too much clarity. Sometimes I like to add the clarity to a shot, but not overdo it because it's gonna become grainy very quickly. And to help with the grain, as you can see here, we can do something that I do almost with every single edit, which is the denoise. Denoise is not only removing the grain from the photo, but sometimes it actually helps to smooth it out a bit and make it more look like if he has more details in it. You can see now all of those also color grains have completely gone. So now we're gonna move to the masks, and this is the first reason why you clicked on this video, because the mask is the most important part of this kind of photography, especially for this one. And for that, I will need you to leave a like and subscribe to this channel, because here you're gonna learn something really important. I always start with a linear gradient. I make it quite deep, but then I can, raise it and lower it after. And I'm gonna darken the bottom part. And sometimes what I like to do is to add some contrast as well. You can see how it makes sure that the eyes are drawn towards the knife, which is our subject. Now, another mask that I always love to make is a radial mask, just around the subject that we need to do. You don't have to do much here, maybe just add a bit more white in this case, or shadows. We need a bit of shadows so you can see exactly what's going on. To don't make it too flat, I raise a bit the contrast and maybe the highlights as well. Then I can add a bit more clarity at this point. I'm gonna leave it like that, and then you can click on the mask, duplicate and invert. And what I like to do here is to raise a bit more the contrast again, so we, as you can see, it's kind of creating a vignette around the knife, and I can lower the exposure a bit. So you can see with the mask, without the mask and with the mask, what a massive difference it makes. I'm gonna use another linear gradient and I'll let it go from the top as well, just to get rid of, to remove basically this the attention on this monitor stand, and maybe the red light as well. What we're gonna do is to click on the minus button and remove the subject. Now I really hope it's gonna realize that the subject is the knife, and if it does, you will see the tip of the knife getting bright again. And it does. It did indeed. So we have a before and after with the masks. That's why I think the mask is the most underrated tool that not enough people use. I think I know what we can do. We can go back to the mask that I made before, this one, and maybe increase a bit the saturation so we get the knife popping a bit. And I think this is the final photo that I'm going to use for my Instagram today to be posted. This is not a flat lay anymore. This became more like a product photo shoot for this knife. But yeah, like it's so easy to understand how with nothing you can make a really cool photo. I really hope this video helped you, and if you liked it, leave a like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.